The next station is Harajuku. The doors on the right side will open.
What if I told you there's a single street in Tokyo that revolutionized the way the world perceives fashion? Welcome to Harajuku, a vibrant cultural phenomenon where self-expression knows no limits. Imagine a place where every outfit tells a story, and where traditional fashion rules are tossed aside. Are you ready to discover the kaleidoscope of creativity that makes Harajuku a global icon? Now, how did all this begin? To understand how Japanese street fashion became a global icon, we need to look back at its history. Post-World War II, Japan saw rapid modernization, and that's when Harajuku, a district in Tokyo, located near the Meiji Shrine, began to emerge as a fashion hub. By the 1980s, it was already becoming a hotspot for youth culture and self-expression. The 1990s were a turning point. Harajuku didn't just experiment with fashion, it birthed movements. Lolita fashion, inspired by Victorian and Rococo styles, brought elegance and a doll-like aesthetic, with elaborate dresses, lace, and parasols. On the flip side, you had Gyaru, rebellious, glamorous, and loud, with bold makeup, dramatic hairstyles, and flashy outfits. But Harajuku didn't stop evolving there. The 2000s saw the district merge its unique history with global trends. Harajuku became the global symbol of youth rebellion and creativity, catching the attention of fashion communities worldwide. Today, it stands as a testament to how dynamic Japanese street fashion is, constantly evolving yet deeply rooted in its past. And the beating heart of this revolution? Takeshita Street. Bustling with energy since the 1980s, it's where fashion boutiques, vintage shops, and accessory stores line the road. Every corner is a visual treat, whether you're looking for bold, avant-garde designs or high-end vintage pieces. In addition to fashion, Takeshita Street is famous for its array of sweets and snacks, making it as much a food haven as it is a fashion hotspot. But there's more to Harajuku than just one street. For something quieter, more bohemian, you'll want to explore Ura Harajuku, or Cat Street. It's where avant-garde meets sophistication. There's also Omotesando with its luxury brands and designer boutiques, and Yoyogi Park, where fashion enthusiasts gather to showcase their unique styles. So, what exactly makes Harajuku style stand out? It's not just about the clothes, it's about expression, breaking the rules and embracing individuality. Imagine outfits where colors, patterns, and accessories collide in ways that would seem chaotic anywhere else, but feel perfectly at home here. Layering is key in Harajuku, and oversized accessories, from statement bows to chunky shoes, add that final touch. You'll often see fashion that blends traditional Japanese elements with contemporary trends, creating a fusion that's always evolving, always fresh. The beauty of Harajuku is found in its diverse subcultures, each offering a unique take on fashion, individuality, and rebellion. Gyaru, the rebellious glam. Emerging in the 1990s, Gyaru fashion was a direct response to Japan's strict beauty standards. While traditional modesty was encouraged, Gyaru girls embraced bold makeup, bleached hair, and glamorous outfits. The style splintered into subcategories like Hime Gyaru, Kogal, and Ganguro, each with its distinct rebellious flair. Although its popularity has waned, Gyaru's influence remains strong in J-pop, K-pop, and global trends. Lolita fashion, the Victorian dream. Lolita fashion draws from Victorian and Rococo styles, aiming for a doll-like elegance. Prominent substyles include Gothic Lolita, Sweet Lolita, and Classic Lolita, each offering different interpretations of the aesthetic. Lolita remains one of Harajuku's most iconic exports, inspiring communities around the world. Visual Kei, the theatrical movement. Rooted in Japanese rock, Visual Kei is more than a fashion style. It's a movement. Androgynous, dramatic, and theatrical, its influence extends to punk, gothic, and glam rock aesthetics. Subgenres like Oshere Kei and Angura Kei each bring unique flavors, with Visual Kei often appearing both on stage and in fashion circles. Kawaii culture, the power of cuteness. No discussion of Harajuku fashion is complete without mentioning kawaii, which means cute in Japanese and emphasizes all things cute, having become iconic in the early 2000s. Kawaii fashion is all about embracing a childlike innocence and adorableness. This movement gave birth to several subgenres like Fairy Kei incorporates pastel colors, light fabrics, and a nostalgic nod to 80s toys like My Little Pony and Care Bears. Decora is known for layering accessories, from hair clips to bracelets, with an explosion of color and playful patterns. The more accessories, the better. Yume Kawaii, or Dreamy Cute, blends soft pastel colors with magical, dreamy elements, often drawing inspiration from fantasy worlds. Mori Kei, nature-inspired fashion. Mori Kei, which translates to forest style, offers an earthy alternative for those who prefer something more understated and nature-inspired. Mori Kei enthusiasts often wear loose, flowing layers in muted, natural tones, evoking the feeling of being in a tranquil forest. And last but not least, let's talk about cosplay, the art of transforming. Cosplay, short for costume play, involves dressing up as characters from anime, manga, or video games. While it's distinct from traditional street fashion, cosplay has become a vibrant part of Harajuku's landscape, with fans incorporating costume elements into their daily wear. What began as a niche hobby has grown into a global phenomenon, featuring conventions and competitions all over the world. And honestly, we've only just scratched the surface. Harajuku is overflowing with even more styles, subcultures, and subgenres. Take Lolita, for example. It's got its own substyles like Sweet Lolita, which even has subcategories like Baby Lolita. Each has its own unique charm. But if we covered every one of them, this video might turn into a full-day Harajuku shopping adventure. However, the impact of Harajuku extends far beyond its streets. Its playful, rebellious spirit has influenced not just fashion, but also pop culture, music, and even global marketing trends, creating a subcultural blueprint for creatives worldwide. Pop icons like Gwen Stefani, Lady Gaga, and Nicki Minaj have all borrowed elements from Harajuku's eclectic styles. Even major fashion designers, like Marc Jacobs and John Galliano, have been inspired by it. Brands like A Bathing Ape, BAPA, Comme des Garçons, and Neighborhood are proof of Harajuku's lasting global influence on streetwear. The evolution of Japanese street fashion is ever present. It continues to adapt to the digital age with streetwear fusion, the blending of casual street fashion with high-end design, giving rise to innovative collaborations between streetwear brands and luxury fashion houses, constantly pushing the boundaries of style. Additionally, fashion is increasingly merging with technology. Virtual fashion shows, digital influencers, and online fashion communities are making waves, allowing Harajuku style to reach new audiences around the world. In this new landscape, fashion is no longer just about clothing, it's also about the digital presence and influence. From street photographers capturing avant-garde looks to fashion influencers setting trends online, Harajuku continues to be at the cutting edge of style. These influencers are not just repeating old trends, they're remixing them, merging Harajuku's rebellious spirit with global street culture and luxury fashion. And that's it for today. Harajuku street fashion is more than just a trend. It's a cultural phenomenon that continues to inspire and captivate the world. So, what's your favorite Harajuku style or trend? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into Asian fashion and culture. Thanks for joining me on this journey.